The NFL brings us to our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. A few minutes ago, it sounded like the 4th of July on the National Mall as the hometown Redskins were introduced to this sold-out crowd. They are set to go as their guys will match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Flag 90, 14. Right here. Hey, Mike, 51.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Yeah, let's go set lunch.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Carson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that this 2nd and 9.
He's crashing. Good job right there. 49, check 49, check 49.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And boy, this Redskin defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Friday. Right here, guys. Mike 51.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another 1st down. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Carson. And an alley to run. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
And the Seahawks, 1st down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Look left. Undercrush. Mike, 50. Mike. It's a party.
They run it with Carson. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Wilson over the middle. That's caught by Metcalf. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 20-yard line. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack is a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
Keenum and the Redskins now going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now a handoff. Geis going right. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
They'll run with Geis. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 45-yard line.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Geis. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Seahawks 41-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
3 buzz.
Now it's Keenum here off the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Here we go.
They'll try and get it with Geis. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They'll try the air now with Keenum. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half.
Roger.
3rd down, here's Geis. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. A nice 1st down pickup on a gain of 6. Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. Now Geis stripped. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Hey, 0-0-0. Bang out.
Now a give to a Virginia native. This is C.J. Procise. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now Wilson on first down. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
14, got it. Back.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That one going to be complete to David Moore. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Wilson going to lead his guys up first and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And the tight end Dixon left side. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Get ready. Go 14.
Wilson will throw again. Steps away to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
65.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. So 2 quarters. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that
he's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's nearly a 40-yard gain on the opening play of the quarter.
Redskins, first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10.
Watch the run.
To throw, it's Keenum. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Reed. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3. To throw is Keenum. This to McLaurin out on the left side. 11 yards there, first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
This is Geis. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Mike, stay hot. Mike 20. Mike 52. Stay hot. We're good. He's not going to get me. Stay hot.
From the red zone now, Keenum. This will be caught just inside the 10. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable second and 1. Shotgun handoff to Thompson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Keenum to throw on third and 1. Buying time to his left. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
You and I both know we're into a whole new realm of football because we're not just looking at tendencies anymore. We're looking at analytics, and I've got to think the analytics on third and 1 say run the football.
Hopkins' kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Carson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
That's a jet sweep into the hands of Metcalf. And boy, this Redskin defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long.
51, Mike. Mike 51. Get the ball. 51's the Mike. 51's the Mike. In your face.
From the shotgun, Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there of 22. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. C.J. Prosise was the intended target, but it's going to be second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. To throw is Wilson. Throwing again. It's complete to Lockett. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. To throw again is Wilson. Left side complete to Lockett. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Wilson to Lockett there for the Seahawk first down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And this is caught. He hits more. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins 33. Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. This is Carson. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to have a third down. Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing again on second down. Keenum. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Jordan Reed has it. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Keenum. Catch is made. It's Harmon. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Keenum. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Marquise Blair, second-round pick from Utah, there to bat it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Keenum. Out to the left here to Reed. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The Redskins on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off at the 36.